it's something that can really defeat you before the match really gets going. Well, these guys have been waiting this for a while. Here we go. It is showtime. All right, we're gonna be interesting to see if Joe can bring it back down to his grinded out pace. DuLaney's going to want to kind of hit something right out of the gates here. Try to really get a good lock on Joe and see if he can score quick on him. Because once these guys get a little sweaty and the match slows down, that's going to put the match in Joe Rau's favor for sure. Got a 2-on-1 here with Joe kind of dominating the lock here. Let's see if DuLaney can wrestle out of it. So already we're seeing some gesturing towards blue. And I don't think Joe's going to take too much of a risk other than maybe trying to force him out of bounds right here. But he's really fighting for that first call, and with his experience on top, I'm sure going to go right to his really world-known gut wrench. Well, DuLaney's got to get out of that 2-on-1. It's going to be a long, long match for him if he's stuck there the whole time. He's got to change his angle, drag out of it. I think it's imminent, him going down here. There it is. That's the right call for sure. So kind of the way I think Joe scripted it here. He wanted to get that first call. They're not both real sweaty yet. It's only been a minute and a half in the match. See if he can't get this gut wrench locked up real tight right away. Step one, get your hands locked. There we go. Looks like he's going with the low gut right there. He's got two, but he got a little sloppy there. He got a little loose. We'll see if they're going to call maybe a reversal here. I think Joe wishes he could have that position back right there. There's one. Let's see what Christian can do here. You got to utilize it, buddy. Come on. Lock it up. Nothing there. I think he avoided a real bad situation there without getting multiple gut wrenches in a row there. But it would have been nice if he could have got locked and at least attempted to capitalize on being on top, because if Joe Rau locks him back up on that 2-on-1 and starts pushing him around again, I don't see DuLaney having a shot, to be honest with you, on top that is. Now maybe you can hit him with a throw of some sort. This is a little different stage than DuLaney's used to being at. I'm sure Chandler's got him prepped well, but there's nothing like actually experiencing it. Got 25 seconds here in the first period, and I know it's a 3-1 score, but really dominated by Joe thus far. Nope, that's a nice body attack. Oh, he was 1 foot from getting some points out of that. It was really nice 2-on-1 to the body. You don't want Joe to shut it down too conservatively here. I know he's kind of got a commanding lead, but the scoreboard's only 3-1, and in this sport, anything can happen. These guys get a quick break to towel off and then get right back out there, and then you got one final period to kind of do what you can do here. DuLaney's got to get to a position where he can get to Joe's hips, and that definitely means getting past that 2-on-1, which I would bet with almost certainty Joe is being told to do right out of the gates. So we got 3-1. We're going into the second period here. Joe Rau's been dominating the tie-ups, but DuLaney's by no means out of this match. So let's see what we can do here. We've seen the tides change in a few of our matches thus far today, where it was dominant in the first period by one wrestler, then turned around. But here we are, Joe Rau with a tie up and DuLaney with his head down. So Joe looking for the out of bounds here. He's still got 4 or 5 feet before he gets there. Not sure what DuLaney is talking to the referee about there. All right, so we got 2 minutes left. Still quite a bit of time, but Joe's starting to tighten things up a little bit here. Maybe he doesn't want to get himself out of a dangerous position and even give DuLaney a sniff at getting on top. So I wouldn't think he's like, all right, I'm going to conserve some energy for the second match, but you never know here. A little gesture at Joe, which I would be surprised if they actually put him. He's got that 201 again. There's really not much the referee can do in this situation besides call. Well, they do call Joe. He's in a 2-on-1, but he really isn't making any attacks on it. So yeah, 2-on-1, you have the dominant position there, but if you're just holding it, you're not really trying to attack the person's body and or make an attempt to score. You could be perceived as the one that's being passive. All right, DuLaney, let's get it locked and see if you got something here, bud. This is a great shot. You're far from out of this match. It's 3-2. We got 1:20 left. You got to find a way. Looks like he's abandoning the traditional gut wrench and maybe going for a front headlock. He's almost looking for kind of like a jump around right here on him. We got 1 minute left here. Let's see if DuLaney seems to be picking up the pace a little bit here. Picking up the pace and getting into a scoring position is two separate things. I mean, with Joe Rau on his arm like this, we'll see if the ref wants to call him once again for potentially even being the passive wrestler while he's got a 2-on-1. Oh. 30 seconds left. DuLaney's going to have to dig in deep right here and try to... It's a decent attempt at an arm drag there. He's just not following through. Easier said than done sitting over here, but... Kind of a Joe Rau predictable type of match and outcome here. He's a seasoned veteran and knows what positions he can wrestle out of and not to get in. And match one goes to Joe Rau with exactly how I bet he scripted it. So congratulations, Joe. Got to win 2 to be on the team, but DuLaney's going to have to go back to the drawing board in the next match to try to change things up right there.